Hey, what's up guys? Radku here, back with another Yu-Gi-Oh video. Today is going to be water. Now, I finally did it. Remember that time when I went through my whole entire deck list and I was like, yo, there... Excuse me. I have this water deck and I don't think I'm ever gonna actually make it, but it's here. Well, I'm finally doing it. I renamed it water. I don't know what I had it at before, but yeah, here it is. I have the deck ready and I'm gonna profile it because I'm bored. I don't know why I left it here for so long. And I did change it up a little bit, but like, why? But yeah, let's jump right into it. So, starting things off, I played 3 copies of Deep Sea Diva, probably one of the best cards in the deck. It's a free special summon from the deck, and it can really get your play started, especially since you can go into the 3 copies of Nephthybis, the Atlantean Prince. Wait. Sorry. Man, sorry, I'm a bit sick today. You can send one Atlantean monster from your deck to the graveyard, except this card. Add one Atlantean card from your deck to your hand, except this card. Then if this card was sent to the graveyard to activate a water monster's effect, target one Atlantean monster in your graveyard, special summon it. So, it selectively sends to the graveyard, and it sets up another presence on the board. Like, this is how you do a monster. Like, this card's actually really, really broken. Like, it is really good, especially since you can get it out super easily with Deep Sea Diva. Just being able to get this out and then instantly combo off is super broken. Plus, this is a good Linkuriboh target, despite the fact that I don't play Linkuriboh. Then I play 3 copies of Atlantean Dragoon. All your level 3 or lower sea serpents can attack directly. Not exactly important, but if this card is sent to the graveyard to activate a water monster effect, add one sea serpent monster from your deck to your hand, which is really good. This is basically a searcher for the deck. A lot of them just have that effect if it's sent for a water monster's effect. And it doesn't specifically say from the field to the graveyard, so that means you can activate Atlantean Prince to gain advantage, then gain another presence on the board. Super broken. And then I decided just to play 1 copy of Heavy Infantry and 1 copy of Marksman, just as other targets. This one can get rid of set speller traps. Plus, when this card inflicts battle damage, you can special summon, which actually can set up combo plays with Dragoon. But that's not super important, because this deck always wants to go first so it can hand loop. Then this one, you can normal 1 level 4 lower sea serpent monster in addition to your normal summon, which is actually really good. But I just decided to play it at 1 because it's searchable. Sorry. But then I play 1 copy of Moonglacia, the Elemental Lord. This card is notorious for being amazing at hand looping in this deck. Like, this is the main guy, the big boy. This is like the magnum opus of this deck. This is the best thing that ever came out of it. Cannot be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned by having 5 water monsters in the graveyard. If this card's special summoned, discard 2 random cards from your opponent's hand. Or their entire hand if they have less than 2. Then you can only use the effect once per turn. So, yeah, pretty good. Yeah. It's definitely a solid one of. You don't want to really draw into it because you want to combo into it, but it's still pretty decent, plus it's searchable. Then I play 1 copy of Lapis Dragon. If this card's added from the deck to your hand, you can reveal this card, special summon it. Now, if this card is added from your graveyard to your hand by a card effect, you can reveal this card, special summon it, but banish it when it leaves the field. So, pretty good. It's searchable, and you can get a level 5 tuner out on the field, which is really, really good. Then I play 3 copies of Mermail Abystius. You can discard one other water monster to the graveyard to special summon it, which is actually really good because that's sending it to the grave. You know, I'm actually not sure about that. I really need to brush up on my rulings because I don't remember if discarding is considered sending to the graveyard. But it does get another Mermail in the grave, I guess. So that's pretty good. And then when this card's summoned this way, add a level 4 lower from your deck to your hand, which is super good. You can, like, this deck has so many starter cards that it's not even funny. Like, you're almost never gonna brick with this deck. And I actually built this, I deleted the original deck and then I rebuilt it for a friend of mine on here. But I think it turned out pretty good. Now I play 2 copies of Mermail Abyss Megalo. Discard 2 other water monsters to special summon this card. And if it's special summoned, add 1 Abyss Speller Trap from your deck to your hand, which is pretty good. You have some pretty good plays there. I'm thinking just because of this card, I might be able to make a Mermail / Abyss Actor deck because tell me if you think that would work. I think it's dumb, but I really do think it would work if I really wanted it to. Then I play 2 copies of Abyss Oshia. This card's pretty good. Target 1 Mermail monster you control, special summon any number of level 4 or lower Mermail monsters from your deck whose combined level are less than or equal to that monster's level. So if you have an Abysstus, that means you can special summon 3 princes and 1 dragoon, and that sets up a great presence on the board. Plus, Abysstus is special summonable really easily. Then I played 2 copies of Abyss Gunday. I don't know how to say that. If this card is discarded to the graveyard, you can target 1 Mermail monster in your graveyard, special summon it. So this is really only comboable with Abysstus, but it's still kind of decent. Then I play 1 copy of Abyss Pike. When this card is normal or special summon, you can discard 1 water monster to the graveyard, add 1 level 3 water monster from your deck to your hand. And pretty good. It's kind of selective, so I only played at 1, but it's still pretty decent. And then for the Frog Engine, 3 copies of Swap and 1 copy of Ren and Totem, just as an option to go into ya boy Toad. Then I play 2 copies of Fishborg Launcher. This is actually a decent card to go into Hakla Fibrax with, and it's just pretty good to set up another tuner on the board, despite the fact that we have a lot of tuners in this deck. When I say a lot, I mean we have 1, 2, and then we have another set of 3. So it's not like we're lacking in tuners in this deck, so it's pretty good either way. 1 copy of 1 for 1 can get out your Neft Abyss, which is really good. 1 copy of Monster Reborn, because this deck's a combo deck. You'll have a lot of materials in the graveyard with cards like Atlantean Prince, which is really good. 2 copies of Pot of Avarice and 1 copy of Pot of Desires. So Pot of Desires is really good in this deck, but Pot of Avarice is even better because you're getting them back into the deck, and with Atlantean Prince, you have the ability to just spam them back out again, which is really, really good. And the fact that you're able to return your main resource to the deck, because the thing is that this deck is primarily monsters, so you're going to be able to abuse a Pot of Avarice really well in this deck. Then I play 1 copy of Moray of Greed, just in case you brick, you draw into your like maybe your Moon Glacia or your Lapis Dragon, you can just get rid of one of your other water monsters to draw 3 cards. It's like basically just mulligan, except you're not losing advantage. Then I play 2 copies of Abyss Scale Musachi. This card's actually pretty decent. Equip only to a mermail monster, it gains 800 attack. When a spell is activated on your opponent's side of the field resolves, negate that effect. So that's actually pretty good. Like, this can get around Mystic Mine, which, like, not many decks can do that. That's still pretty cool, even though we don't have any, like, main deck outs. And then I play 3 copies of Imperm just as a generic hand trap, because we actually don't play any hand traps. Like, if you haven't realized yet, we don't actually play any hand traps in the deck other than Imperm. But I didn't want to run Ash just because Imperm is a lot harder to get around unless you have a red reboot, and they're never really going to play it in the main deck. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the main deck. Moving into the extra deck. Now, this extra deck might seem kind of weird, like, especially some choices, cough, cough. Like, I made this for a friend. He was kind of new to the game, and I don't think I should have given him water as his first deck, but he had already been playing, like, OG Yu-Gi-Oh! For a while, and I decided to give him, like, an upgraded version, because he was playing Atlantean, like, first edition Atlanteans, so I decided to give him this, but I decided to stick a little bit to what he had, given a few big tech options. I play 1 copy of Bahamut Shark. This is amazing. It can get a toad on the field, and it's super broken. 1 copy of VFD, because it's actually not that hard to go into in this deck, especially since I play some synchro options to help with that. 1 copy of Abyss Gigos. This is kind of just another big monster to go into, and it's a great target for any Xyz plays you're gonna do. 2 copies of Toad, absolutely mandatory. It's the only reason we play the Frog Engine, and Toad is super, super good. 1 copy of Trishula, because Trishula is great for hand looping, and that's basically what this deck was made to do. 1 copy of Cyframe Lord Omega, just as another synchro option, pretty good. It's continually part of that hand looping circle. Because if you get rid of 2 cards from your opponent's hand with that, get rid of 1 card from your opponent's hand with that, and banish 1 card from your opponent's hand with this, you basically have already won the game. They'll only have 1 card, and the only deck that I've seen with recovery that good is Infernoble Knights, which is, like, one of the best decks. But, like, unless they're playing Orcust, you've basically already won the game by doing that. 1 copy of Dragite. I decided to play the Adamantipator card just because it's just super good, but also, like, it's just another water option to go into. 1 copy of Gungear, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. I didn't really want to play this card, but it was my friend. And yeah, it's just kind of a decent target for spot removal, but it is targeting, so it's not even the best kind of spot removal, but it's still decent. 1 copy of Borlode Savage Dragon, just because Savage Dragon's just a great card for negation. 1 copy of Hakla Fibrax, because it's great for for any type of play in this deck, because like, you can't summon Deep Sea Diva with it. You can, but you shouldn't, because it's a terrible option, especially since Deep Sea Diva's only effect is a normal summon effect, so really you want to search Deep Sea Diva and never special summon it, but it's still a decent target. 1 copy of Marensa's Coral Anemone, just because I have some other water targets. These cards are actually pretty good. Abyss Lasius and Marensa's Coral and Anemone is actually still pretty good targets for anything. Now I play 1 copy access code for OTKs. You'll be able to go into this pretty easily in this deck. And finally, rounding off the deck, 1 copy of Appaloosa Bow of the Goddess. This card's still really good, and it will never not be broken. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the deck. I actually really like this deck, and I finally learned somewhat the playstyle because I had to learn in order to make the deck for my friend. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, let me know what you thought, and let me know if there's anything you would change about the deck. Would you change up any of the Mermail lineup? Would you add more of the heavy infantry, or would you cut out like the frog engine? But yeah, that's pretty much it, and I will see you in the next Yu-Gi-Oh video. Peace, guys.